Today, we will learn about the Seojin room salon incident, a conflict between mafia gangs in the 1980s. First, let me explain what a room salon is. A room salon is a type of establishment commonly found in South Korea. The owner of the establishment typically hires female employees to provide services such as drinking, conversation, karaoke, and dancing to customers. In some cases, female employees may also engage in sexual activities with customers, which is illegal under South Korean law. The Seojin room salon incident was a mass murder case that occurred on August 14, 1986 at a large room salon called Seojin Club located in Gangnam-gu, Seoul. The incident started with a small argument between gangsters from Mafia, which escalated into a violent clash resulting in the murder of 4 members of the opposing gang. 2 of the main culprits were sentenced to death. At 10:30 p.m. on August 14, 1986, 7 members of the Mambo Mafia, a gang of violent criminals from Mafia, were drinking in room number 17 of the large room salon Seojin Club located in Gangnam, Seoul. The drinking party was held to celebrate the release of Mambo Mafia member Go Young-soo, 28 years old at the time, who had been sentenced to prison after causing a traffic accident, but was released on a special pardon for Liberation Day. In the adjacent room number 16, 8 people who identified themselves as members of the Mafia Mafia were drinking together. They were Judo University alumni, currently Yongan University. In the midst of the celebration of the release of Go Young-soo, a small conflict arose within the group. They demanded to switch to another room because the current one was too small, but the employee refused, stating that all rooms were full due to the holiday. One of the Mambo members became angry and violently attacked the employee, who was later discovered by Mafia members who were using the restroom. They were enraged to hear about the incident and felt disrespected by Mambo members who entered their territory without permission and attacked an innocent employee. However, Mafia members hesitated to take action because they knew that Mambo members were more experienced in real-life combat. After confirming through the employees that the Mambo gang was defenseless and drunk without weapons, the Seoul Mafia gang members finally pulled out their knives and baseball bats. Inexperienced young Seoul Mafia members were intimidated by the formidable Mambo members, despite wielding weapons themselves due to a lack of real combat experience. In particular, the Mambo leader Jo Won-seop was a legendary knife wielder and a feared figure among other gang members. With weapons in hand and a determined mindset, the young Seoul Mafia members kicked open the door to room 17 and rushed in screaming. They swung their weapons in every direction, but their first target was the feared Jo Won-seop, whom they had all been most afraid of. Kim Dong-sul used a sashimi knife to stab Song Jae-ik and Go Young-soo in the forehead, chest, and other parts of their bodies, while Go Jium-sok used a knife to stab Jo Won-seop and Jang Kyung-sik to death. As a result, 4 out of 7 members of the Mambo gang were killed on the spot, and the rest were seriously injured. The Seoul Mafia then loaded the bodies of the 4 dead into a car and left them in front of an orthopedic surgery clinic in Sudang-dong, Dongjak-gu, shouting, "We have a traffic accident victim," before running away. After committing the crime and fleeing, the members gradually surrendered to the police as the aftermath of the incident became more significant than expected, and extensive investigations began. Meanwhile, the culprits, Jang Jin-sok and Kim Dong-sul, disguised themselves as fishermen and went into hiding on a secluded island in a reservoir in Imsul-gun, Jeollabuk-do. The 2 individuals, who had noticed the detectives approaching, resisted until the end, wielding knives, fishing tools, and other weapons. However, they were eventually apprehended as they were unable to escape the skillful detectives' encirclement. As a result of this incident, a total of 12 violent organization members were arrested, and in the first trial on December 26, 1986, Kim Sung-gil, Jang Jin-sok, Kim Dong-sul, and Park Young-jin were sentenced to death, while Go Jium-sok was sentenced to life imprisonment. In the appeal trial on May 2, 1987, Kim Sung-gil's sentence was commuted to life imprisonment, avoiding the death penalty, and Park Young-jin's sentence was reduced to 20 years imprisonment. After further appeal, Jang Jin-sok's sentence was also reduced to life imprisonment by the Supreme Court on October 13, 1987. Ultimately, the main culprits, Kim Dong-sul and Go Jiam-sok, were confirmed to receive the death penalty. Recently, on a Korean TV show, the final moments of Go Jiam-sok before his execution were told by a Buddhist monk, Samjung, a prison reform activist for over 40 years. According to Samjung, Go Jiam-sok deeply regrets his actions. As someone who came from a rural area, he wanted to give children in the rural area, who had never seen the ocean, a trip to the sea as a final gift. During his time in prison, he saved money and, with the money provided by Samjung, he sent 17 children on a 3-day trip to Busan. However, viewers criticized the program for glorifying a heinous murderer, deeming it inappropriate. Today, we looked into the Seojin room salon incident that made a lot of noise in 1980s Korea. I hope you found the story interesting. We will continue to talk about modern incidents and accidents in Korea on this playlist. Thank you very much for watching. Subscriptions and likes are a big help in video production. I would appreciate it if you could do that.